Okay, so recording has just started. Now we're gonna proceed with the first slide of our presentation. Yes, of course, we are very happy, and we would like to extend you warm welcome for this session and for your choice to study at our faculty from September. Just a small little information. You will always find the Faculty of Humanities abbreviation here as LTBTK. So this is the Hungarian abbreviation of the Eötvös University Faculty of Humanities, and the other is the abbreviation of the country, like Hungary. What are we going to speak about and debate during the presentation? You have the contents of our presentation, of our slides, and it is absolutely naturally understood that when we finish the presentation, you will have the possibility to raise questions. I mean, to ask from me and from Isabella matters that you would like to find out. Obviously, we presume that everybody has already checked a few times the website of the faculty, so more or less we consider that questions will be really questions relating to issues that are not absolutely well clarified on a site where you have read this. So we'll talk about border crossing, entry information. Yes, it is important. The arrival is important, the time of arrival. Then we have COVID regulations, as all over the world. We're in this sort of a new normal world. We're gonna speak about the Neptun study system, then registration and enrollment documents, welcome programs, and how to follow us online, not only following the information on the website, but also other applications belonging to social media interfaces. The most important thing is about how to cross the border and entry information. As we are in a continuously continuous changing world, I would like from the very beginning to stress out that it's important to always check every, if not every day, but at least every week or twice a week to check the Hungarian police border crossing and the ELTE information website that can be, here is the Hungarian police and border crossing website, and then ELTE information website, because it is very well structured, and it provides a very good insight and all the details of how to proceed after crossing the border, and what is important to know before and while traveling to the country. Thank you, Isabella. Now, we have some frequently asked questions, and one of them is about the equity request. As you may know, regardless of for instance a visa or non-visa student, earlier an equity request was compulsory to enter Hungary. Now at the moment, with a valid residence permit, or in your case your case, because few of you have already a valid residence permit, only students who have studied here first semester and continue now their studies. So this from September they will start the second semester. Only they might have a residence permit, but there are very few of you in this situation. The rest of the students are students with a D type of visa, so no equity request is necessary if you come with a D type of visa. Furthermore, um, uh, you can see who needs an equity request. If you come from an EU country and you do not have, if you don't have the EU immunity certificate, then you need the equity request. The equity request should be asked from your administrative coordinator. In case of Erasmus students, Miss Isabella Deak, and non-Erasmus students from me, Sándor Balaci. In our earlier sent letter of information, we have clearly explained where you can access the equity request. You have to fill out with your details and send it please to us in a Word or PDF format. The document will be signed, stamped by Isabella or by me, and will be sent back to you. This is with students who do not have a D type of visa or do not have an EU immunity certificate. Now we go about we are talking about the quarantine. So quarantine exemption from the quarantine again is given with an immunity certificate accepted by Hungary. Or I will always refer to the website before shown and here shown below on the bottom of this picture, because you will find here detailed information on immunity certificate. I mean, which is the type of immunity certificate accepted in Hungary, depending from where do you come from and from what is the basis of immunization. I mean, the vaccine shot that you have received in your home country. Without this, we say here yes, so you are subject to quarantine without an immunity certificate or with a certificate not accepted by or here in Hungary. The details, of course, I'm not going to enumerate now and provide all the details, but everything can be found on the two websites indicated here and included by Isabella in the presentation. Arrival. Obviously, we are going to host approximately 200, 230 students. So you come from various countries from all over the world. So there is no recipe that can be given by us, by the faculty, to arrival, but we would suggest you to well prepare and schedule your arrival and quarantine if necessary before the start of the semester. This is a very important issue because this will be strictly related and linked to the orientation week and introduction days, and of course with the process of education and class attendance. We would kindly recommend you that besides filling out the questionnaire arrival, yes, every student has received in our last orientation letter the request to fill in the arrival questionnaire. This is very important for us because this is how we can thoroughly prepare and plan from, administratively speaking, the beginning of the semester. So please, very important to fill in the arrival questionnaire until 15th of August. Yes, you can still have about 6 days, almost 1 week to fill out the questionnaire. This will give us very important preliminary information on how to proceed with the organization of the beginning of the semester. Also, we understand that you come from so many parts of the world, and also you have impositions and regulations to comply with your home universities and authorities from your home country. So we understand that some of you will only be able to enter somewhat later the country, but please do your best to uh, uh, come here and register and be present at the faculty until the 30th of September. Yes, if there is a very unpredictable situation because of which you cannot come, then let us know as soon as possible, indicating the reason, and we will try not to solve your situation, of course, but to advise you how to proceed from the point of view of the host organization. Um, uh, I would just like to let you know that some of you may already know, but maybe some students do not know that the 20th of August is a national holiday in Hungary. This means that shops are closed. Of course, there might be something very small open, like gas, petrol stations, and pharmacies on duty, for instance. But the vast majority of shops are closed all around Budapest and throughout the country. Festivities and cultural programs are going to be held. You might find modified traffic routes for public transportation. Some lines are closed, some traffic closures in the cities. So if you plan to come exactly on the 20th, then please bear in mind that there might be some restrictions. In this case, not COVID restrictions, but in a positive way, and this is due to our great national holiday and celebrations venues will be all around the country, and of course in the capital city, Budapest. COVID regulations in Hungary. Well, we have gathered a few tips and general informations about wearing a mask. Where is it obligatory to wear a mask? I would stress out the importance of vaccination. Vaccination is highly recommended, and yes, indeed, I would like to stress out that this is a very, very important issue, and besides being an absolutely, well, of course, I'm not medical staff, but besides protecting yourself, besides giving yourself protection, it also offers, if you wish, in quotation marks, liberty of movement and program attendance, etc. So you can see here that some bigger events require immunity certificate, but some do not. Good news that at the moment there is no curfew, so there are no restrictions during the night or day about going out from your place of residence. But once again, so vaccination highly recommended, and secondly, always check the university pages for updates. As I told you from the very first slide of the presentation, very important to regularly check the website of the faculty University, because we know that during these hard times, regulations and certain measures on restrictions or other might change even from one day or from one day to the other or from one week to the other. So always, and this is absolutely for your sake, and please be responsible in checking the information. Thank you. There is a of course, maybe it is in a way an absolutely casual thing to see this sign about how to wear a mask and how to do hygiene and how to wash hands. This is a placard that will be displayed in billboards around the university and in Budapest, to always remind you about social distancing, about hygiene, and everything that can ensure the most effective protection against the virus infection. COVID suspicion. Of course, this is a difficult and very difficult subject, because it's not very tangible. It cannot really be touched, and we know the symptoms can vary from one person to the other. But you all know, and we all know now, which are the main symptoms of COVID. I'm not going to talk about this specifically, talk about them now, because it would take too long. But in case you encounter, in case you experience any COVID suspicion, that you are feeling unwell, and you present symptoms that might be indicating a virus infection, then please, first of all, stay at home. Let's say self-quarantine yourself. Then call your health insurance company immediately. We know Erasmus EU citizens are in possession of the European health insurance card. So all of you should be well aware about the conditions and provisions of your European or other health insurance, and then follow their instructions, and obviously seek for medical care. Also, the websites of the faculty and university provide information on how and where you can find a medical unit, or of course you can ask your coordinator, Isabella, or me, or both of us, and we will then provide individually specific information upon request. Now, luckily enough, your mobility program hopefully will not only be around the COVID and restrictions and this situation, but also about studying, because this is the most important thing, and then I would like to ask you to bear this in mind, and also during these difficult times, focus on your academic program that has to be accomplished according to your academic interest, and according to what you have agreed upon with your home university. Here in Budapest, and at the Faculty of Humanities, we use the Neptun study administrative system, which is a database and system to manage your studies. And here are stored your personal data, personal details. You have study program information. I mean, you can select your courses and then register them into the system, more or less with the help of Isabella and myself, but more concrete information on this subject later on. So this is about course registration. This is about exam registration. This is study related emails and also other information on the technical administrative aspect of your mobility. So in a way, and a little bit of joking here, Neptun should be your dear pillow behind your head at the faculty that you always have to access and always have to check and follow the information. We have included amongst the slides of the presentation a tutorial film about Neptun. You can access the tutorial footage from here, from the slide. That the slides will be found on the website of the faculty at the section of welcome to our new students, as well as the video of the presentation. Neptun only works with login information and with a password. The last letter of information sent last week, as far as I remember, or the week before, so about 2 weeks ago, yes, 10 days, more precisely about 10 days ago, has included very detailed information how to generate your password. Basically, you need to access a website, then introduce on the website your personal details, mother's name, passport number, and postal zip code. Now I'm talking by heart, but I think these are the details. And within a few steps, you can generate the system will generate your personal password, and from that moment you can access the system. If you have any problem with generating the password, then you have this email address here, questura@elte.edu. By the way, Questura is a central administrative unit of the whole faculty. So this is independent. Questura office works independently from the faculty international office. Italian students especially should not be worried too much. Questura is not a police station, as far as I know it is in Italy. So Questura will help you if you have problems with generating your Neptun password. In some cases, but this is the exception, you must know that all the information, your name, mother's name, date of birth, passport number, all this information that you introduce into the system when you try to generate your password should match with the information that is already recorded in the Neptun system. As you all remember, you had to fill out an online registration form. We downloaded the information from there, and this is how all your details were imported into the system. So basically, you need to use all the information that you have given us at the time of filling in the online registration form. In case, in the meantime, let's say a passport number has changed, no problem, you can still generate your password. And here in Budapest, on the occasion of registration, we can change the details in the system. It may happen that in the meantime a passport number has changed from the time when you filled out the online registration form. No problem. With the originally given information, you can arrange your passport and we'll change it when you are here in Budapest. If for some reason neither you or Questura manage to arrange your password, then you should contact Isabella or me, Shandor, non-Erasmus student Shandor, because if you are not absolutely sure of what information you have provided at the time of filling in the online registration form, then we can check and we can let you know which are the information. But please do not send an automatic email on this issue, only if you were not able to generate your password and if Questura was not able to provide assistance. Thank you. Now we will talk about your student status activation. Your student status will be activated by Isabella in case of Erasmus students or Shandor Bolazzi for the rest of students during the welcome and introduction days or after your arrival, provided that you will not be able for some reason to participate in the welcome and introduction days, a series of events, and you arrive later, then we will later activate your status in the system. Registration will mean that you will have to contact and visit in person the Department of International Affairs of the faculty, building A, room 44. You have here the address. And once again, Isabella Deac for Erasmus and as I told you many times, Shandor Bolazzi. Here you are. I'm coming on the slide now, appearing on the slide. Now, to arrange an appointment, you will be later notified how to book an appointment. So you will not have to randomly come to our office, not because that we are not at work and we would not like to provide assistance, but as I told you, we will have around 230 or even more incoming exchange students. So this is a large number, and in order to avoid uncomfortable waiting and queuing, and also to comply with the regulations, for instance, regarding social distancing, visiting our office will be possible based on preliminary appointment. Now, in case of Erasmus students, there's a frequently asked questions: who is signing the learning agreement for Erasmus students? We know because ELTE has the same regulation imposition for our outgoing students that we need that Erasmus students should have a learning agreement before the start of their mobility. And we know that one signatory party of the document, of the learning agreement document, is the host organization, the host university. So according to our regulations and according to how it is customary at our faculty, the learning agreement is not signed by Isabella or myself, Shandor, but it will be always signed by the academic coordinator. Normally, by now, you should all know, especially Erasmus students, who is your academic coordinator, to know the accessibility. I mean, the email where you can send via the online platform the learning agreement, or directly by email to the academic coordinator and request the signature of the document. I would have a short recommendation. I would suggest you, if possible, that when Erasmus students send a learning agreement to an ELTE Faculty of Humanities academic coordinator, please don't forget to sign the document on your behalf, so the student, and also, if possible, by the sending institution. So we would like, and our academic coordinators would like to ask you to send the document when it is signed by you and by your home university. They will check the contents, and if everything is all right, they will sign the document, and you will get back the learning agreement either from them or in special cases via Isabella or Shandor. So this is only a technical aspect, but you will get the form back. Also have in view that now during August, the academic coordinators are not available all the time. So now it will take a longer time, not only 1 or 2 days, to get back a learning agreement. But after 25th of August, this situation will be speeded up more. Yeah. We also know, and we draw your attention already from now, that the vast majority of incoming students must confirm, are requested by their home universities to confirm arrival at the host institution. So not arrival in Hungary, but I mean to confirm the beginning of the program. Erasmus students normally have in their Erasmus documentation compiled and edited by their home universities. So you will have probably with you or a printed version, or you can access the document, and once you are here in Budapest on the occasion of the registration, you can request Isabella or myself to sign stamp the document, and then you can send it back to your home universities. We know that this step is very important, and this will probably facilitate the payment, the disbursement of your first installment or the whole amount of the your Erasmus scholarship. So you all know, let's make it clear, because we got a few emails with this question. Your Erasmus scholarship is never paid by ELTE, but by your home university. I know that 99% of you know all this, but sometimes even the other day we had an email from a student who asked when are we going to pay the scholarship. No, this is paid by the home institution, and probably you need to certify your arrival and enrollment in the mobility program. Yes, just for the clarification, also a frequently asked question. I don't know who is my coordinator. Well, I'm a bit joking now. You have always one faculty administrative coordinator, Isabella Deak. She's serving Erasmus students, as I told you before, and myself, Sándor Balacsi, for Tempus, CPUS, bilateral agreements, international credit mobility, which is the Erasmus scheme for non-EU countries. So basically these are, we have the Makovets program as well. So who is not Erasmus will belong to me. This is the most simple way to recall and to memorize this information. And all of you, Erasmus and the rest of the students, have an academic coordinator. I mean, there is always somebody behind you who, academically speaking, confirmed your nomination, and who is responsible to sign the learning agreement and provide specific study-related information on courses, contact, study recognition, curricular matters, and so on. You have here the link below at the bottom of the slide, the link of the academic coordinator. Welcome programs. The most important program that we would strongly recommend and invite you all is to participate in the Welcome and Information Days. This series of events will be held during the 31st of August and 3rd of September. So it will be a very important series of events that will provide technical administrative information, Neptun training, welcome ceremonies, registration sessions, student status activation, etc., etc. So please do not forget, we have not included once again here on the slide the importance of filling in the arrival questionnaire by the 15th of August. So please fill out that questionnaire. And obviously, if it is a well-justified reason that you cannot participate in this program, of course we understand it, but try to by no means try to arrive by the 30th of September, as we have explained earlier and we have informed in our orientation letters. Now, a very, very important help during your mobility program will be to have a student mentor. So besides having an administrative coordinator, Isabella and myself, who can help you with study-related, especially administrative matters, and besides the academic coordinators, you can have someone, a local Hungarian student, who can help you find your way at ELTE and in Budapest and life in Hungary in general. So I cannot stress out how important it is to have a reliable mentor, somebody who can provide non-official assistance, but also something that is very important and very useful, being this a practical matter or a question about, let's say, logistic matters in Budapest or at the faculty. So please, this is the way how you can find the ESN, is the abbreviation of the Erasmus Student Network ELTE, and yes, please apply via this application for the help of a mentor. You can also check the website of the ESN. ESN is the organization that will provide help and will also organize extracurricular activities throughout the semester, such as cultural programs, parties, that hopefully, provided that the virus situation will let you also party, and excursions to visit several historical and traditional sites in Hungary. So yes, ESN ELTE is at least as important as the administrative and the academic coordinator. Yes, I saw now already a question from a student from Georgia in the chat, and actually the students from Georgia are with the International Credit Mobility System. Isabella, correct me, but ESN has also an email accessibility. Yes, so if Papaya doesn't cover your region, then ESN can be accessed by email, or in the last case, I will be your help in this matter. But once we finished the presentation and I've gone through all the slides, we will have the question session. So as hopefully I did not forget to tell you at the beginning, but obviously as we finish the presentation, we will stop recording, as otherwise the recording will be too long for those who could not participate today and will watch this not in real time. So after the end of the presentation, we will be here present and we will stay here online, both me and Isabella, to sort out, at least to try to sort out your questions. Thank you very much. Who is going? I see that some students are already leaving and they say hello. I think amongst the last slides is about the importance to check out regularly the faculty website, especially the section "Welcome to our new students," and there you find all the information and also all the useful links that will lead you to the central central ELTE website or to some other authority that is involved in or has to do with your mobility program. A few pictures from our beautiful city, and we do really hope to see you and meet you in person on the 31st of August, the earliest to meet in person. 31st, yes. I was not sure if I said the right date. Of course, we look forward to meeting you on the 31st of August when the Orientation Week and Introduction Day series of events will start. I hope this session was important and helpful for you. We will soon stop the recording, and I will be the moderator for your questions that will be answered either by me or by Isabella. So thank you very much for being here with us today. We stop now the record. Thank you, Luis. Thank you also, Luis Smith. And we stay here online to sort out the matters raised by you now. Thank you for those who will be leaving us now, and